Nah. Nah.
Is your asshole itch?
No.
Get your ass up.
Okay.
Welcome to the I Regret Nothing podcast.
I Regret Nothing podcast.
Sweet.
With Mike J and Pedro.
Hey guys, what about me?
I regret nothing.
I regret nothing.
Hey, dickheads, you forgot about me, Matt Baguette.
We regret nothing.
I regret everything. Everything I've ever done.
Bidets, bitch. That's all I got to say about
Bidets.
that. They're real.
Never heard of them.
I know everybody thought that we were just fucking... that we were just April fooling on you. But we were not. They're real. The bidets are real. Thank
Couldn't
you
be
for
more real
anybody
than
that's
that.
pre-ordered it. Thank you for anybody that is thinking about pre-ordering it, and thank you for anybody that's going to buy it. You know, I've been preaching about the importance of cleaning assholes for a while now. So I think
was
it's
many years in the making.
many years. I mean, it's been a lot longer since Postal 4 came out. I mean, I've been yelling about this shit since I don't know, 2012, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
But here we go. Here we go. We're fucking taking off small. MikeJ's Bidets, the Rimmer, A12, bitch. Pedro and Matt here with me for podcast number 79.
We are getting closer to 100, but it's still a long way.
We're just moving so slowly. You know, if we were doing these every 2 weeks like we should be, then maybe we'd be getting there. But no, actually, we're not going to fix Postal for Robin 21. We're just going to podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to sell you the
Virgin
asset.
podcast.
Yeah, we're going to sell you our asset flip, Postal 4, and just laugh our way to the bank. And by bank, I mean sitting. I'm echoing somewhere. Was that you, Matt?
No, I'm here.
I could hear an echo.
Not me.
Oh,
I think it was Matt because Pedro's wearing headphones.
what happened? No, it's fine. It should be fine. I didn't change anything.
All right. Well, I heard an echo. Anyway, yes, we're fixing Postal 4 every day. It's all we spend time
Yep.
on.
Always.
Just because I am spending time bullshitting on TikTok, posting fucking high quality memes and trends, we still have a big team working on Postal 4. I actually recently brought on a nice Gen Z kid who's up to date on his memes and trends, and he's been the one making these videos for social media. He also filmed and edited the April Fool's Day commercial for the bidet, which I'm going to show you here shortly. So thank you, Carlo. His name's Carlo. We finally have another Italian gabagool working with Running with Scissors. So Vince isn't alone. So now Vinny and Carlo.
He's been doing a really good job.
I do want to show you guys the prototype bidet. This is it right here. These are the ones that are going to be coming from China. See, there's a little water in. Then there's the two sprayers out. One's for the front, one's for the back. And by front, that usually means for the females. And then there's the little knob here, see, for front and rear cleaning. And right now, I just have a sticker on there. It's a label. But the real ones are going to be laser etched. And the boxes are pretty nice. We got some pictures of the real printed boxes, and they're pretty cool. So this shit's real, man. I mean, $50 for a bidet ain't even expensive. Those same mechanical bidets go on Amazon for about $50. You might be able to get one for a little bit cheaper, but it's not going to be delivered by me, the bidet man himself. So I'll probably even sign the boxes just because, you know, why not?
Yeah.
I'm not going to sign the
know what,
bidets because I'm not going to open it, and then I have to open up some bubble wrap in there. That's a little bit too deep, but I will sign the box for you.
Yeah, I know a plumber who actually told me that these bidets are pretty cheap for what they are. Like,
Yeah.
we are not selling this for more than we could, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
we
I
are-
don't want to pretend like I know for a fact they will work all over the world. They allegedly work on most toilets, but the way they connect is the water line that goes from your wall to your toilet bowl tank. You disconnect it and you connect a splitter, and then you connect that to the bottom of the bidet. So it's actually just splitting off your water line from the wall. It's pretty easy to do. I've done it in my house a bunch of times. I'm not a fucking plumber. So without further ado, I think I'm going to play the April Fool's Day commercial. And it's not really an April Fool's, but it was just meant to make you laugh. So if you have seen it already, I'm sorry, but you're welcome for having to watch it again. And if you haven't seen it, get ready. All right, guys, here we go.
Oh, hey, attention all filthy unwashed rears out there. Does your asshole itch? Well, you asked for it. Your asshole's gonna need it. And now MikeJ's gonna give you the Rimmer. Oh, that's right. The model A12 Caboose Sluice Deluxe Bidet can soon be yours to give that puckering posterior the luxurious wash it deserves. Features rear and front cleaning, a self-cleaning nozzle, fits on most standard toilets, and a lot more. The Rimmer is your answer to a cleaner bottom today. Take it from me, Mayor Mike J, the man who personally cares about your hinder's hygiene. Don't delay. A squeaky clean behind is only a bidet away. Pre-order now at the Running with Scissors store. And remember, like we always say down here at Mike J's Bidets, a clean ass is a happy ass. Mike J's Bidets are highly paid under the table by a shadow conspiracy group aimed at bringing down Big TP. These bidets have not been tested by the Sanitation Safety Committee and may or may not overly pressurize the blast to your butthole, causing permanent damage. User discretion is advised. This commercial is not an April Fool's joke. These bidets will actually be sold at MikeJ'sBidets.com. Pre-order yours today.
There you go. That's our actual first commercial as a company. We're not running it anywhere, but and I don't think it would actually play anywhere, considering it got yanked from Instagram pretty quickly. And then it got yanked from TikTok pretty quickly, too. I had to appeal it on TikTok, and it went back up. But, yeah, it wasn't getting as many views after after it got pulled down. Once they yank it, it just comes out of everybody's For You page. And it was rolling pretty good. It was getting up in the high 30,000 views, and then, bam, pulled down.
TikTok.
And it said it was pulled down for sexual themes and nudity. I'm guessing it's because I had the ball gag in my mouth and it looked like I was getting fucked in the ass. But really, I was just taking a big shit with a ball gag in my mouth. I wasn't kink shaming. It just helps me from screaming too loud.
You weren't even taking a shit. You were pretending to take a shit.
I was
which
faking
is even
it. Yeah,
funnier.
I was faking it.
So, like, everything is too much for TikTok. But I've seen, like, some serious shit on TikTok. Which
There's
makes me
fucking
wonder.
constant nudity on there.
Always. Like,
yeah. I don't know. Whatever. If you haven't pre-ordered one yet, please do. These are definitely what I would consider to be limited because I don't know if I'm going to make more. So the first order may or may not be the only order ever. So if you haven't ordered one yet, make sure you do. Yeah, they're probably going to ship sometime mid to late May. I think I put end of May as the shipment date, but they might come in sooner. So
yeah, we have one suggestion for everybody. Like, when it comes to our games being available in certain countries, when it comes to our merch, when it's limited time, if it's available and you want it, buy whenever you can, because we can never guarantee that it's going to be back.
No, and we're not big on like telling people if something's limited because we don't plan on things being limited. That's just not who we are. But if it takes a really long time to sell something, I probably am not going to order it again.
Oh yeah,
but we have more stuff coming anyway. After we have more dolls and
we
stuff,
do. And just so we can go over what we have now, I'm not sure you guys have seen this, but we do have the new fudge pack in. It is a Blu-ray disc, actually, and that's because we didn't want to put 3 or 4 DVDs inside the pack. That would have been obscenely expensive. Would have made for cool DVD art, but it's just too expensive. And doing a Blu-ray is cool. It's not like most of you use the disc anyway, but, you know, this is it. And it comes with every game on Steam, including Postal 3. You're welcome. It comes with a Postal Fudge Pack sticker. and a poster, which is the one we've been selling on Displate for a while. So $50 right now. Probably not limited. We'll probably keep reordering these for a while, but make sure you get your order in while we got this current stock in. And last but not least, the highly sought after Postal Redux body pillowcase. Here he is. People were bitching about not being able to sleep with old school Postal dude, so now you can. We have we have the Postal 2 and the brain damaged ones back in stock too. So that's all the new merch for now, other than the vinyls. But I showed you guys the vinyls last time. Hopefully before the next podcast, maybe not. We're going to be getting in the Postal movie plushie dudes, voiced by Zach Ward. And then sometime early to mid-May, we will have Postal 4 and Postal 3 plushie dudes.
Oh, yeah.
So at some point in mid to late May, we will have 6 Postal dude dolls.
Is that enough for you guys?
Is that enough?
More?
We have more dolls.
enough.
We have more dolls going to be in the pipe soon. I won't tell you exactly what they are, but they're pretty good. So right now we have 8 dolls. We're going to have 11 soon with the 3 new dudes, and then we're going to have 3 more after that. Don't ask
I
me
hope
why.
it's BD Joe Bob.
Oh, so well, yeah, it probably
It's
is.
a lot of dolls.
Yeah, it's actually just a gravestone that says "Dad," and then
But
you can.
Mike,
That would be a good one.
Mike,
And when you squeeze
why
it,
are we
What?
why are we making dolls instead of developing Puzzle 4? I mean, why do we keep making dolls? We are
well,
not developing Postal 4.
we're not a game
anymore.
developer anymore. We're a doll developer.
Yeah.
We're fucking losers.
Yeah.
And if we sell enough dolls, we will make a MikeJ sex doll. Yeah, in 2020.
Real doll, not a sex doll. Like, it's not gonna be a blow up doll. It's gonna be a real doll.
I
Yeah.
mean, from the moment we start selling bidets, I wouldn't. Nothing surprises me at this point. If we start selling sex toys, I mean, a crotchy dildo or whatever.
I want to answer one question higher up. Nuttapon's Chunaram asked if we're gonna have PS5 physical copies of Brain Damaged. They're not actually in process right now, so no, they're not coming soon. We have talked to a couple different companies about it, but I can't promise that right now. So if you're holding out from buying Brain Damaged on your PlayStation, don't, because it may not even be this year. I can't promise you that it'll even happen this year. Also, if you're into our soundtrack stuff, obviously we've been selling a lot of Postal Redux OST CDs and now vinyls. We are starting work on the Postal 2 OST CD Digipack and vinyl. So sometime later this year, we will have those. As per the health pipe replica, the one that I use, the one that's sitting right behind me right here, no, we're not going to sell those. If you want to buy those are on Etsy, I believe.
Yeah.
There is a fan by the name of
Candle.
Candle. Yeah, Candle made those. They're really cool. Just get on Etsy. I think it's a she, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think she's still selling them. So maybe Pedro can find that and post that in the chat.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think that's all for merch. We released a couple of Postal 4 patches, I believe. We got a hot fix out, got a major update out. Anything important you want to talk about,
We
Pedro?
have one more coming, getting ready. Yeah.
We have a hot fix coming out, or is the update coming gonna have DLSS
we have
and
a
all
hot
that?
fix coming.
Now we have the hot fix
release.
before that update.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
By the way, I'm posting in the chat. I'm not sure if everybody can see it. You can see where you can find the pipe. I hope I posted the right one. But yeah, that's the right one. So if you guys want a Postal 2 pipe, it doesn't look like a real pipe, so it's very likely not going to be a problem in shipping. But yeah, there you go. Very affordable. And as you could see in that ad, it was pretty good looking. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah. My landlord, when he saw the trailer, he said, very funny. Please don't smoke pot on the premises.
What?
I said,
has he ever seen a pipe?
I said, thank you. Number one. Number two, I don't smoke pot or anything, actually, which is true.
Anymore?
Which is true. I do have my medical marijuana card, but I only have it so that I can go buy weed for my wife. I don't particularly like getting high. I did for a long time, and now it kind of turned on me. But I don't smoke. I don't smoke at all. So, sorry, landlord.
Nobody
but he did
clipped
like.
this, by
But
the
he
way,
did like the
please.
commercial. He said it made the building look good. For those that saw the commercial now, I don't know if you ever watched the show Detroiters on Comedy Central. That was kind of the vein I wanted for this commercial. The show's about a couple of ad makers in Detroit, and they make really, really cheesy, bad commercials. And so that's what I was going for with this. I think we're going to keep rolling with that. I think we're going to keep making commercials for stuff.
Yeah.
That was part
I
of the
mean,
reason
we are
hired.
no longer developing games anymore.
Yeah,
so
we're
we might
just
as
a
well.
doll maker and a bidet maker. Oh yeah, by the way, as you can see by my leftover physicals right here, what we have left for physicals for Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, that's it. So if you haven't picked up Postal Redux on Switch or PS4 or Postal 4 on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. If you're looking for those and you're like, I'm holding out, if you don't grab these while I have them, we're not going to ever have them again. There is no more. So if you're going to buy it in a couple of years, you're going to end up paying, stupid amounts for something that's rare on eBay. So make sure you grab those now. I know they're not cheap, but we don't make very much money on them. Physicals are a fucking albatross on companies financially, so we don't need to get into that debate. But
it's like we keep saying, if it's available, you and you want it, just get it as soon as you can.
Yeah.
We understand that it's not everything is affordable, especially if you live overseas, and it's shipping can be a bitch. We know that, but I mean, it's
sorry.
All supply is there.
Yeah, sorry about the expensive shipping, but that's just the way it is if you're internationally. I can't stock this stuff in Europe, so.
Ideally, we would ship directly from the factory or from whatever warehouse in Europe, but that's not possible right now.
From China?
From China!
China?
From vagina!
All right. CD Projekt Red had an issue with some DLC for Dragon's Dogma 2, I believe.
Yeah.
Now they're saying we don't see a place for microtransactions in single-player games.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they have never historically, at least as far as I know, done microtransactions for video games, for single-player games, that is. Which is
We
pretty
do.
cool.
We did it. If you opened up your Postal 2 right now, you'll see we have all kinds of DLC in there. You can't buy it.
We've been very naughty these April Fools.
Yep.
Very naughty.
Very naughty.
Every April Fool's, actually every holiday, I get messages that's like,
What is this in my Postal 2?
It's so fun. It always gets someone.
we really
like a
should
gamer
have an
grandma.
option to turn it off, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is a little annoying for people when they have to hear that fucking leprechaun.
It scares some people. Like, they go, what the fuck is this? Like, they're just playing, expecting nothing of the sort. Like, every copy of Postal 2 is customized just for you. So
Just for you, just for your April
Just
Fools.
for you, man.
I mean, I actually don't completely agree with CD Projekt there. I think there is a place for microtransactions. But I don't think it should be like an out-of-the-box thing. I don't think it should be a paywall thing. And I don't think it should be like super teeny tiny things for lots of money. I think there should be good content that's available for a reasonable price.
I mean, yeah, I agree. Yeah, for me, like, I don't mind paying for skins and stuff if it keeps the game alive, but it shouldn't give me an advantage over other players or anyone else.
And it shouldn't be available day one.
Yes, yeah.
If you're day one, or pre-order, you should get the entire game.
Pretty much. Like the big problem here is like Dragon's Dogma 2. As far as I know, none of the DLC is something that you can't obtain in game by grinding.
Yeah, you can get everything in game. So
Yeah,
it's just
which
like,
is fine. Like if you want an advantage, like in your
I've seen
single
it
player
before.
experience.
It's for usually the people who pay for it is people who don't have, because those games are like 50 to 100 hours.
Yeah.
So they don't have time to grind and get everything. So they would just like just to save time. But
Yeah.
I think it's just the main issue with this is that Capcom was not clear about it before the game came out. If they were transparent, then people would have been like a lot nicer about it.
Yeah, that's the big problem is the lack of transparency at the beginning, and then they just blue ball everyone and flick their balls as soon as they decide, hey, after all, we are going to put all of this DLC day one, and people are like,
Yeah. Also, like every AAA game or every game that comes out nowadays, almost, especially AAA, people will complain about it, about anything. So
That's true.
But
that's what the internet's used for. I don't know if you remember
something
that.
is gonna happen when GTA 6 comes out. People will like have a reason to.
Oh, it's gonna get shit on. It's gonna have like 3 stars on the PlayStation Store because people are gonna be super mad that you can't go to the strip club or something like that.
Yeah, but the big reviewers will always benefit the big boys.
10 out of
Also
10,
people-
best game ever.
They also people they know that giving a negative outlook on a game or like a movie will bring more clicks and more views than a positive one.
I mean, we
So-
know that GTA 6 is going to be a good game. I mean,
Yeah, we know it's
of
gonna
course.
be one of.
But is it going to be the 10 out of 10 that many storefronts are going to say it is?
I think for a lot of people it will be the 10 out of 10. But
I mean, probably.
like for me, GTA 5 and Red Dead 2 are as close as it can be from a 10 out of 10 game. But you will never be able to make everyone happy. Like, so some people they like the atmosphere from GTA 4, like the greedy thing. So
I don't even like making people happy. So
I do wonder what they will do with GTA Online. Is it going to be GTA Online 2, or are they going to somehow incorporate?
I mean, yeah, I think they should just have a.
they
clean
didn't
slate
change the
for
name
that.
for it between 4 and 5. It was just GTA Online for 4, and then it was GTA Online.
Yeah,
for
even
5.
Red Dead in Red Dead, yeah.
But GTA 4's online was a little bit different, from what I remember.
Yeah, they built it over time. Yeah. So
So
it's gonna be the same. Yeah.
I don't think that they will do something like the cars that it also exists in GTA 6. You can transfer from one account to.
No, they shouldn't do that. No, because there's so much crazy stuff in GTA Online that they should start fresh. I think everyone should be on the same like.
It would definitely
Like
fuck up their economy early on, that's for sure. But
Yeah, but over time, people know they will. If they have content they can sell, people will pay for it. So
yeah.
So anyway, no microtransactions. We've never done one yet. Maybe one day.
yeah,
Maybe
Who
one day.
knows? Maybe even day
just to
one.
fuck,
who
just to fuck
knows?
with people.
Yeah, we'll fuck with you. And
Hey,
so we
you two
can
guys-
hire more social media meme kids.
And we
What
still have to
people-
pay for Yafi's Disney Plus subscription. So
Oh
yeah, he's very poor.
What people don't realize is that we could have charged so much money for the different voice actors that we added. We could have charged for the costumes, and yet we didn't do it because
I don't even think it would have been that big of a deal if we charged $5 for Rick Hunter's voice in Postal 4.
I mean it would be for those who are accustomed to the way we handle things.
they'd be like,
but,
"Your game's not even done, and it's woke. Why would I pay for Rick Hunter's voice?"
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
They
"Well,
would definitely say that,
because
for
we're
sure, for
woke,
sure.
because we're woke."
Because we're woke. Yeah.
Maybe when we make Woke Stole.
Woke Soul 5.
Yeah.
well,
we'll
we already
charge.
did it apparently. So.
That's true.
Woke Stole
Woke
4.
Stole 4. Super
Yeah.
woke because we don't have
Super woke,
terrorists.
man. Oh boy. But if we add one terrorist, it's no longer woke.
Yeah.
Like
If we
those-
had one terrorist, we might also not be on the PlayStation Store. So, yeah. Great. YouTuber accused farms fights for. Wait, I'm reading this wrong. YouTuber Accursed Farms fights for game preservation. Is this some guy
Yeah.
that's bitching at us about putting Steam installers on our discs?
No. This is the guy behind Freeman's Mind. Not sure if you guys watch his videos. It's basically like Half-Life, but he actually narrates what Gordon Freeman is thinking. Really good content. So basically, his main issue is with games like what's it called, The Crew, that recently got delisted. And everybody who bought The Crew, it's a racing game that you can easily play offline and single player. No problem. Except Ubisoft decided, hey, fuck everybody who bought this game. See, it's a live service. We are not going to give you an alternative to play it offline. So everybody who bought it, fuck you, eat shit. We are just going to,
Take it offline.
take it offline and not give you an alternative. Like, what?
Cool.
It's
But
great.
it's gonna happen to so many games.
Yeah,
like-
it is. And people
And
keep
it already
saying-
did. Yeah.
People can keep saying stupid shit like, don't you guys have online connection? Don't you guys have Wi-Fi? Well, yeah. The problem is these companies don't give a shit later on, and everything that you have right now, and it's online only, it's gonna be gone for you. So what the Curse Farms is doing is he's trying to see a legal way where this could be disputed, like a class thing, like everybody can just dispute it. And I hope they succeed because they paid money for this game. They deserve to play it.
Yeah. Well, that's why like old games did it pretty well. Like even you can still play like Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 like online to some extent. It's not
Yeah.
like amazing, but it still works. So yeah. So
Nah,
I think
fuck
if they
that.
give people the ability to just run their own server, may not be as good as a dedicated server, but it works. So
Live
Yeah,
service
this
games
is
are
the
woke.
same as we all of a sudden saying, oh, since Postal 4 has co-op, we are going to make it a live service. And then at some point in the future, we are going to take down the servers and say, fuck you all. It's the same thing. It's the same concept. Of course, we are not going to do that because we are not stupid. And we know that, you guys paid money for this game. You deserve to play it whenever. So, yeah, I don't get why these companies think that live service is a good idea, because nowadays it's starting to finally be frowned upon because people are starting to lose access to their games. So naturally, the sales are going down, but I don't think they are learning the lesson here.
Not even close.
Not
yeah.
even
But
close.
the things that I know that servers are extremely expensive to run. I remember when the Paddle World came out, they said it was about $500,000 per month to run like all the servers. But at least give people the option to do dedicated or just to host their own server. And that's what, if you have both options, it's even better. Then those games have both options. But I guess Ubisoft didn't take time to make an update and before the game went offline. So
Yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer, honestly, and this is why DRM-free is so fucking important these days, because a lot of companies.
But
just
we
do
don't
not
even know
give a
what
fuck.
DRM free is, Pedro. We gave Steam
We don't, no.
installers.
We use installers.
I like it. They tell me Steam installers not DRM free, and GOG installers wouldn't even be DRM free. I need to include completely offline installers of games. And I'm like, I get what you're saying, but like, no, then it's a whole fucked up way that we have to provide patching for that. And no, it's not happening.
yeah, we
I mean,
would have to like make a downloadable link on the website,
No.
and then every time there's a new update, we would have to upload the update, and people just have to click on it and patch it on their own. That would be a nightmare.
No.
Yeah. I mean, people can just,
But that's how like when Steam started like 10 years ago, that's how some indie games would do it. Like Minecraft started like that. You had to go on the Mojang website and download each update one by one. So
Yeah, that's true.
but
But, I
Steam
mean,
is just so convenient.
People can just, download the offline installer from GOG, because we provide, for example, for the Fudge Pack, we provide Steam and GOG keys, except for obviously Redux and Postal Free because they are not available on GOG right now. But you can just download the installers and burn them onto a CD.
Right.
There you go.
The
Console.
real Steam haters were like, you needed to include GOG installers on your
Yeah,
disc. And I was like,
sure.
well, here's the problem. They're not our favorite platform on earth. Getting updates to them is a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Steam
I
is
mean,
easy.
We appreciate what GOG is doing to
Yeah.
for game preservation. We appreciate it.
And they've been
Absolutely.
on our side a lot longer than Steam
Yeah.
has. GOG sold our games long before Steam did.
Yeah. Like what GOG, Zoom, and even Steam are doing sometimes is basically thinking about game preservation. Like on Steam, if you're a developer, you can make your game DRM free. Nobody's stopping you. You don't need a Steam DRM for your game. So, like, it's always a possibility for those platforms. It's just a matter of actually, taking advantage of that. And I mean, as much as it sucks to have more of an ornament rather than an actual something like an offline installer, you still have it if you want. You can get it.
Yeah. And then Zoom platform. I don't know what I don't know what I have to say about them, so we'll just move on.
Yeah.
Embracer selling Gearbox.
Yeah.
That's good news. Really
As
good
well
news.
as just about everything else they bought.
And
So-
also,
I mean,
as well as
honestly-
Saber Interactive.
Yeah. Along with 3D Realms with that. So
And they didn't take their IP, so the studio, whatever studio we're working on, they can keep the game with them, so it's good. Like Saber Interactive, they kept the
Knights.
remake of Knights of the Old Republic style. Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
turns out Embracer was just a money skim.
It was.
It really.
No, I mean, I'm sure they saw they could make money from it, and then they saw what hell it is to manage video games companies, and they are like, try to fire people, try to find like an alternative, like cost reduction, and then they fucked it up, and they're like, all right, it's not. For
I think
us.
they just didn't put any oversight. They just bought all these companies for like weird numbers, and then they were like, keep doing what you're doing. And then
I
all
think
these
they-
companies kind of hit a wall, and they lost a bunch of money.
I think they really undersold those IPs, but that's nobody else's problem but theirs. I just think it's funny how a company like Take-Two, which can be complicated to work with, is still better than Embracer. That's how bad Embracer can be. Like Embracer did so much wrong for the video games industry. Like you can make a whole book out of it, and it's actually pretty good that some companies are getting either independence or they're getting sold to other companies who can actually do something with those IPs. I am yet to see, I hope we get more Borderlands stuff and that it doesn't suck, because under Embracer, the writing sucked because they put a lot of bullshit ideas in front of them. The people who never touched the game, they just put a bunch of bad ideas, and they try to sell that. Nobody likes it. It's just a mess. So it's good
I
that
think
companies are
we're
leaving
gonna
Embracer.
get more stuff from those studios now. I think now that Embracer is gone, I don't know how much power they had before, but talking about Borderlands, I know that they are almost ready to show the trailer for the new game, but I guess they are waiting for the movie to be out in like a month. Is it coming out in like this next month or this month? So I think they're gonna wait for the movie to be out to show the new game or tease it.
Yeah,
Very soon.
soonish.
Kevin Hart.
Twitch bans are turning butts and boobs into green screens. What about
Yeah.
schlongs?
You can make
Play
a green screen
Minecraft-
of a
play
schlong.
Minecraft on your schlong. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Well, that's.
I
I,
think
mean,
it's,
there is kids watching, so
Yeah. I
This
mean,
is-
Well, the thing
it's-
is that's going on is that people want to keep making money from streaming, right? And but every week recently, like Twitch is passing a new law because people, they just find a way to break the system or like go around it,
Of
and so
course.
they have to make a new law, and then it's like full circle every time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody said
the
in
trolls are
chat,
always
green
ahead
screen
of
days.
everybody else, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
It's complicated because Twitch keeps having to do like new rules, and people don't like that. Like they are saying, but I didn't break any rule, and they're like, yeah, it is a new rule now because people found a way to bypass it. So
yeah, it's fucked up. It's like creating new chemicals that aren't illegal.
yeah.
I'm gonna do fantastic fucking fan art. I didn't actually update it before I started this, so I'm gonna have to update it on the fly while I show you this. So without further ado, here is this week's fantastic fucking fan art.
Fart. Fantastic fucking fan art. Brought to you by MikeJ's Bidets. A clean ass is a happy ass.
Oh, did I update it? Is that this week's? No, it's not. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. I fucked up, bro. Did I not download the new one? Yeah, this is the same as last week's, isn't it? No, maybe not. Is this the one you gave me today? Pedro, you're muted.
Oh yeah, I think
Shit.
that's new. I think
Is that the new one?
That's the new one.
Oh, see, look, I did it really quick.
Yeah.
Did it really quick. I'm very good.
This is fucking sick. This looks amazing.
Yeah, this is some good art. UJJSHNRU on Twitter submitted a few different cool Postal Dude images. So, thank you, Ujnru. And if you want your art to be showcased on the podcast, make sure you post it on the Twitters. And you use the hashtag RWSArt, tag us in the post at RWS Studios, and maybe we'll showcase your art up in the middle of the podcast, huh? That was cool. Thank you, Ujnru.
I hope my art gets selected one day.
No, your art sucks.
Yeah, you just have to
damn
do
it. I'll try
hashtag
better.
RWSArt.
Yeah, you're gonna have
I'll
to.
change my Twitter name just for it, and I'll keep sending.
Is it gonna be
sending it.
Bat Maggette?
Yeah, it's gonna be Mad Baguettes.
But Bat Maggette.
Maggette.
Newer generations are turning to retro games. I mean, I feel like I read that every 10 years.
Yeah, it's true.
Every new gen of gamers is like, you know what? I kind of liked it back in the day. And, we live that life because we are selling a retro game every day.
Yep.
I mean, it's because people these days, they look at the new games, they see all this, bullshit. Like, they have to pay so much money for these new games. Like, they don't even have the complete experience if they pay full price.
They buy the game on the day it comes out and it's shit. Who would ever release a game in a shitty state?
We would never.
We would never.
We would never do that.
Yeah, like they see just bad writing, no passion in most AAA games, so they're like, you know what? The previous ones were better. The previous ones were better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and it's true. You are playing a finished game that's been out for a while. You can read a ton of reviews on it. You can talk to people that have played it. And it's probably pretty cheap. So it makes sense, when the economy, when people have less money, it's easier to buy these older games.
To be honest, I think like people never realize how good new games that come out are until like 5 or 6 years later. They're like, oh my god, we had it so good when it was out.
Well,
Like-
but that's also like rose-colored goggles, right? Now there's people that are like, the sequel trilogy was the best trilogy. And it's like, are we really that far out from the sequel trilogy that people grew up with it and they think it's the best?
I hope not.
Well,
not.
that's kind of that's definitely what happened with the prequels now.
What's
Yes,
happened?
but the
recently-
prequels are better than the new the new trilogy. Yeah.
I don't really know about
They are
that.
different. They are different.
Storytelling wise, they might be a little bit better, but aesthetically, I don't agree. And I don't particularly love the sequels either. I think the prequels are saved by the animated
Jar Jar Binks.
series. Well, Jar Jar, yeah. But the Clone Wars and Rebels and stuff, like they helped save what was kind of shit.
Yeah, but I think the shows and games and derivated stuff we got has been pretty good overall. Like over the last 20 years, I think.
Yeah.
What's
No
been
matter if
happening recently is they pick up the old games, and like the old games are like what 2 gigabytes or something. They make it like 30 something gigabytes, oversell it
Yeah.
for like
yeah,
50
the-
bucks or more. And
Well,
people are like,
to be honest, I think like what happened is that they upscaled all the textures for like the classic collection of Battlefront to like 4K, and 4K textures are heavy, so that's pretty why. Like, and if there's like hundreds, it goes by really fast.
Hey guys, I don't know if you know this, but games get greedier and woker every year. Woker.
Woker.
He's using that word. I don't think he knows what that word means.
I mean, in some cases, I mean,
I'm sure it was like this when Postal 2 came out. Like, people are like,
This is similar to saying we need to go back to the old ways. And it's like, what old ways? When there was literally no black characters anywhere? When there was no female main characters? Is that what you want? Or is it woker because we're just representing people that
When
were never
Postal was very
represented?
gory and gritty and non-woke.
Yeah.
But I'm sure when people played Postal 2 after Postal 1, they're like, oh my god, it's so much more tame and woke than Postal 1. Yeah.
They sure did. They were like, why is this game funny?
Yeah. But people will always find a reason to complain, and then a few years after, they're like, oh yeah, actually, it wasn't that bad.
Right, yeah. Took years. Actually, the revisionist history on Postal 2 now is fucking hilarious. They think it was this, like, phenomenal game with no bugs and with 4,000 guns when it launched. It's like, no. Postal 2 was a fucking buggy mess when it launched. And it still is a buggy mess today. And if you don't see that, you are ignoring the obvious.
Come out in pieces nowadays. It's like, so.
April Fool's Phenom content warning draws in more than 204,000 concurrent players.
Crazy.
Oh, I played this for 4 hours straight. It's fucking amazing. So it's a Lethal Company kind of clone, but not. I mean, it's made by the people who did Totally Accurate Battlegrounds and Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, something like that. Forgot the name of that studio. Fuck. But it's great. Basically, you go down to this like dark place, kind of like almost like the dark place from Alan Wake, and you just have to film like spooky stuff with your friends, and to farm views on YouTube, and then you repeat the process, and people die in the process, and yeah, it's kind of like those. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's very funny. And the game was free when it came out for 24 hours. So. Oh, it's called Landfall. Yeah, Landfall Games. Thanks.
I think it's no longer free right now.
It's $9, and they're actually. I thought it was just gonna be a April Fool's joke the whole time, but they are already.
Yeah, me too.
Updating the game because they saw how many people. I think it was 6 million people got the game in the first 24 hours.
Something like that. I think it broke some record, maybe.
Yeah,
I
and it's made by 5 dudes in a few months, I think, or a couple months. So they just saw Lethal Company. They're like, oh, we can do it, like in a more funny like thing. But the camera thing, I don't know who like programmed that, but it's fucking sick. It is really sick. It's cool. Like it really looks like fan footage. And after you can save your clips and share it on Discord or some stuff. It's nice.
That's cool. I like that.
I recommend.
Programmers got PSP games running on the PlayStation Portal, and then they reported the exploit so it could be patched.
They did the right thing.
Yeah.
Quotes. I mean, it was bound to happen, but I wasn't expecting it because it's pretty much a streaming service, you know. But I mean, it's really cool. It's really cool that they did it. Unfortunately, you know, PlayStation is going to look at it and, you know, go, what did we do? I don't know. I think they could just, you know, they could sell more copies, more units if they allowed it, you know?
Yeah.
Easily.
Not just
Like,
that.
I think it's
right?
still the right thing to do. But like any new product or games that come out, a lot of people are just like, you know, like obviously they are like enjoying they have to enjoy the game. I mean, they pay for it, but they're also like like you test the game nowadays. You're just testing the game and reporting bugs that the devs never even saw. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, when you only have like one or two QA guys.
Yeah.
And the one you
I mean,
have
that would
is a
never happen
fucking
to
moron.
running with users, but yeah.
No. We have thousands of testers. They're called customers.
Yes.
They're called customers.
Yeah.
Because we can
Putin pushes for Russian rival to PS5 and Xbox game consoles. He's going to come out with the Puya. Puya coming to Moscow soon. No developers will make anything, but it's coming.
I think it's interesting, actually. I do wonder if they can rely on just one market, because let's be honest here. If I'm pretty sure they can only sell it on Russia, India, and China, and very few other countries. Because
yeah, but here's the thing:
the United States is not gonna take it.
But all those countries pay fucking nothing for games.
Exactly.
So like,
that's a
how
problem.
do you sell them a $400-500 console and then expect them to pay $1 or $2 per game? It's not going to work.
Expect it to be bypassed like in maybe 5 days, and they can easily just get a firmware going, and they can just pirate every single game.
Right. Not to mention, most of the good game development comes out of Ukraine.
Yeah. I mean, the new
That's
Stalker.
why Putin is invading Ukraine.
Yeah, he wants to steal their games.
He wants to steal their games. I think that's it.
But yeah, it's interesting.
But it's true
I
though.
mean,
We've got so much good games coming out of Ukraine, and there's more this year. So yeah.
Like Postal 4. Like Postal 4 on
Postal 4,
PlayStation.
yes.
Postal 4,
Pushka.
Postal 5, Postal 6.
Wokestal.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to do cool comment, bro, but I also have to change it on the fly, I think. Maybe I did update these. I don't know. You know, I've had a busy morning, but anyway.
It's 2 comments from Steam.
Here we go.
Cool comment, bro.
I don't think. Is this it? Not from this world? Is it the co-op?
Nope.
No,
Not that.
yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, here it is. Sorry, didn't update it. This week's comes from FS Leg and Baffo Mittens. FS Leg says, yes, I really missed this after Postal 2, referring to the decapitated NPCs vomiting from their neck holes. I used to immediately go for decapitation upon spotting a vomiting NPC. Fun stuff. And Baffo Mittens said, every update is like Christmas morning. I love seeing all the improvements to the violence. Hopefully shooting off legs won't make NPCs hop around every time, though.
And they don't.
They don't. You just were very good at it. Well, thank you, FS Leg and Baffo Mittens. There is no real way for you to submit a cool comment. Just make sure you're leaving cool comments, and hopefully Pedro spends some of his free time finding them, not just the 10 minutes before the podcast. And leave some cool comments. Then we'll put it up on the podcast.
Okay, this one was a few, a few hours
I think I'll leave a few. I'll leave a few
I
after
think
the
just as you're going through your normal days, Pedro, if you see a comment that makes you laugh or cry or jizz, take a screenshot of it.
Actually, I go through the comments and I see kill yourself. I see Postal 4 is woke. I see Postal 3 better. And
Well,
then I
we
see one
did-
good comment in the sea of bad comments, and like, yes, I found one.
Right.
I
Well,
can use
see,
this one.
we did have a different segment that we were going to run that was like douchebag of the week or something.
It was
Yes.
comments from cunts.
Comments from cunts.
Yeah.
We just decided not to run it because we don't really want to highlight the cunts.
Oh man. I mean, we always have
Technic
content for
Studios
days.
is asking, DLSS is coming to Postal 4. Yes, it is.
Yes.
DLSS and FSR.
Ray tracing is not coming though.
No ray tracing,
Yes.
but there is going to be frame generation. So,
Yes.
yeah. So have fun when
Do
those
people
come out.
really like ray
We-
tracing?
we-
Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
do people
ray tracing
really-
is dope, but no, it's
I
not
mean,
happening.
ray tracing can be good, but do we really want to sacrifice like a lot of frames for,
I mean, no. Usually, the games that have ray tracing need to use DLSS or frame generation
They
to
do.
be able to run correctly. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's not gonna work.
No.
I mean, I
But
would
some
love to have ray
people-
tracing, but I think it's off the table at this point. So.
Some people complain that DLSS, it makes everything blurry. Personally, I never had a problem
No,
with DLSS.
it's not like the older version maybe, but it's not like the newer versions are
Like,
fine. Even
at
FSR, the new FSR that just came out, it's amazing.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. With Postal 4, we are also gonna have a FSR for those who don't have an RTX card, so everybody can enjoy, better performance all around.
Yep.
Yep.
Amaro in the chat said, "Who said Postal 3 is better? I played it on a stream. It's the worst fucking game I've ever played in the Source engine."
Oh,
That's
man.
actually the cool comment, bro, of the week.
Yeah.
There you go.
There,
I mean,
there is a small, very loud Russian subsection of our community that defends Postal 3 endlessly. And they think it's our best game. They think it's the best Source game. It's got to be Russian nationalism.
but I do gotta say, I gotta commend the community for a bit because they did find 2 builds of Postal 3 that work on Xbox 360, not just hardware.
Where did they find this?
Russians.
Well, so years ago, I mean, and I'm not saying this is where it came from, but years ago, our office was broken into, and our Xbox 360 test kit was stolen, and it did have a Postal 3 build on it. So for all I know, 15 years later, somebody finally opened up the file system on there, and they're like, "Ooh, Postal 3." But
well, at the very least, like it's cool to see the communities, finding new stuff, finding new media, things that were completely lost in time, like a Postal Dude model that they nicknamed Carrot Dude or something because of his orange hair. Really cool stuff.
yeah, I'm glad. I'm very happy these people are still working on it.
Yeah. While we dislike Postal 3 because it almost killed our company, we still, we like to see the community, finding stuff and being passionate about Postal.
And let me clarify something, because Virus asked, "How do I feel about Russian Postal fans?" I love all of our fans. Doesn't matter where they're from. But here's the thing: not all Russians are Postal 3 fans, but all Postal 3 fans are Russian. So there is this, like I said, a small, loud, very, very loud subsection of hardcore Postal 3 defenders. And I don't mean the ones that are like hoping to make it better and they're working on a mod or whatever it is. Those people, that's awesome. It's the people that scream and yell in every fucking thread we post or anything ever that Postal 3 is a better game than Postal 4 and all kinds of shit. It just drives me fucking mad. Like, I don't even care if you don't like Postal 4. You can not like it. You can think it's a piece of shit, all that. But there is no actual objective way to find Postal 3 to be a better game.
Yeah.
That said, there are people that eat their own poop. I mean, there literally is. There are people on this planet that eat feces, okay? Not just dogs. There are humans that do it. So I understand there is something for everybody out there. And so the people that love Postal 3, I mean, more power to you, man. But I'm going to shit on you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Who knows what's going to happen with the people working on the Postal 3 enhancement and all that. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a couple people working on different things for it. We've been getting hit up with some people working on completely modified version of it outside of Catharsis Reborn, outside of Postal 3 Unreal. I hope these things come out one day.
Yeah, we want to see that because Postal 3, it's a dark chapter in our company's history, and to see the community actually doing something good for a change, something like a proper game out of it, more power to you. I mean, we love that shit, and we will support you.
I mean, Mike and Vince never financially recovered from the guy that stole the Xbox dev kit. So.
Kelly is still.
We will never financially recover from this. Also, we're never remaking Postal 3, so just it's not even worth asking.
If you want a Postal 3 from us, play Paradise Lost.
Yeah, exactly.
But Postal 3x3.
Postal 3 ducks.
Yeah, no thank you.
Postal 3
Xbox
too.
AI chatbot to take over customer support and game refunds claims report.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess.
it was bound to happen. It's gonna happen in more places. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that Skynet is going to be handling customer service, but
actually, we are sorry to announce that AI made Postal 4. So
no,
it was
AI is
not
making
us. You cannot blame
Wokestol.
us.
AI is making Wokestol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Technically-
that's a pretty big company to have your.
Technically, all AI is woke because you cannot make a lot of jokes or sexual content with AI. At
We
least
should
legally,
cancel
because-
AI. We should cancel them.
Because AI doesn't allow you to submit something like, "Can you write a porno for me?" And the AI is like, "I'm an AI who goes through all the laws and all that shit. I cannot do that stuff." So if anything
But
is
the
written
thing
by
is-
AI, it's gonna be woke.
If you download it locally on your PC, you can do anything you want. But then, yeah, I'm not sure if people want that. So
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
There was a major earthquake in Taiwan. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's pretty fucked up.
yes,
Yeah.
It has halted the production for NVIDIA and AMD.
yeah. But their factories like got no damage or nothing. It was all good actually. So people were actually pretty surprised about that.
When I heard
it
the
w-
news, like I just heard tsunami and earthquake in Japan. So, like some
Yeah,
news
no.
saying it was in Japan. I immediately
I got so many
immediately
messages,
messaged
but they didn't even
Matt.
talk
I was-
about it in Japan. But actually we get earthquakes every week here
Yeah.
in Tokyo, but they are not very strong, or they are usually okay. But yeah, the big earthquake in Taiwan, I think there was a tsunami warning because it was like Taiwan is not so far from Okinawa and like the south of Japan, so that's why but it took nothing at all. Yeah, it's
But
fine.
I messaged Matt immediately. "Are you okay, man? Are you dead? I saw buildings collapsing."
My booty
Racist.
cheeks
yeah.
are jig.
You're
I got
fucking
it- I got the
racist,
jiggle.
Pedro.
No, literally, I saw.
No, but yeah,
an
on the
article
news they
saying
did
it was
talk
in Japan.
apparently. Even
Like
my
the
parents
article
told
was
me,
racist. I was not, okay.
It was just on
I'm
my
only a
racist
little
website
bit.
that I read.
Yeah, but it makes sense because usually most of the earthquakes in Asia are in Japan. So it was surprising that it was in Taiwan. Like it's usually they don't get it. So
Yeah, and it's really sad, but yeah, it obviously it's going to affect every business. You know?
for me, I was just worried the most about China using this as like an advantage.
Maybe it
Of
was
course.
caused by China. Do you think they caused the earthquake?
I mean, you can cause storms. I mean, HARP.
Do you think maybe they have like sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their backs?
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Last bit of news. Discord's April Fool's video got 1.4 billion YouTube views.
Billion. It's okay.
Billion.
It goes very
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, way more than GTA 6.
Yeah. Yes.
But it was
Just
all
for-
because of bad codes.
Yeah,
It
there was a
wasn't
coding
by
bug.
merit.
There
It
was a little
bug.
coding bug.
And yeah, everybody was like, "Holy shit! Why did this get so many views?" Yeah, I mean, anybody can do it if you fuck up the whatever that was, the coding. Or, like,
Yeah.
but it
they
was
wanted to get
it
more
was a fun one.
wanted to get the monetization would go insane. They make all their money from one YouTube video.
Yeah.
Hey,
and
that's,
they
you know,
still want to run ads, by the way.
well,
They still
there
want to
is
run
no
ads
such
on
thing as
Discord.
too much money, so you got to understand that. All right, we just hit an hour on the nose. I got shit to do, so thanks for helping me out here, boys.
Thank
problem.
you for
Just want to show
hosting this.
the MikeJ's bidet one more time. Get your fucking order
beautiful.
in now, guys. Fucking
It
disappointed
cleans
in
real
you.
good.
I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah, buy it now because we are not going to guarantee that this will be restocked. Okay. It
After you
might
buy
be,
it,
it might not be.
send us a video of you using it in action.
Yeah.
We'll make a montage.
We'll make a montage of all the.
We'll make
the
an
day.
Carlo will make an edit.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back in a few weeks, and hopefully we'll have some new dolls. So, see you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Boy.
Bye.